Hey. Morning. I finished early, so I thought I'd pop back and make you breakfast. Pepper on top, right? Oh, 还有你的香椿. You look great. Probably be a bit busy for the next few weeks. But I'll make it up to you soon, I promise.
I'm so sorry.
I'll survive.
I don't doubt it. You're an excellent specimen. I thought you were empty.
I just moved in.
I'm Charlotte Melville.
Hi. Sorry, I must have fallen asleep.
God, I hope we haven't frightened him off.
So what if we have?
What's going on, everyone? It's Nina Infinity. I am back. I have returned to the land of YouTube from my vacation, which was very needed and very awesome. And I'm so happy to be joined by my panel this evening. Script Doctor, how are you?
I am doing great. I'm excited to talk about this episode. How's everybody doing today?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited to talk about this episode as well. This was very interesting. Jayne, how are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so happy to be here and discussing this episode for what it was.
Jayne,
No.
before you introduce yourself,
Say
your line.
Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
You said no right before I played that clip. I was like, fine then. Fine.
That's hilarious.
I love you, and I love that clip. Teresa, how are you? Teresa? Uh-oh. We lost her again. It's okay. Teresa is in an undisclosed location, and she might be having a little bit of internet problems here and there, but I'm so glad that she's with us today. Before we get started, though, I forgot. Let's introduce ourselves to the crowd, the lovely crowd that we have with us this evening. Script Doctor, please tell everyone where they can find you.
Right now, they can currently find me on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD. I do have a YouTube channel, but it is in stasis at the moment as I am busy writing. But if you want to see some of my reviews and analysis on film and TV shows, you can go check that out at youtube.com/ScriptDoctor.
There you go. And his Twitter account and YouTube channel is in the description down below. Same with Jayne, same with Teresa. Jayne, tell everyone where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube where I post movie and television reviews, including the latest review of Black Widow.
Ooh.
And also some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Yay! Yeah, Jayne's Twitter and YouTube link is in the description. Teresa, are you with us?
I think I am. Yay! There I am.
There you are. Yay!
In my undisclosed location.
In your undisclosed location, tell everyone where they can find you on the internet.
Yeah, the internet, not in my cottage. I will tell you it's a cottage. I am Miss Martin Muses here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or what really, really, really ticks me off. You also can find me on Twitter at Teresa2_Martin.
Yay! Teresa's YouTube link is in the description. I don't think I put your Twitter. I'm sorry.
No, that's right.
But I'm sure they can find you. But yeah, thank you guys all so very much for joining us this evening. Please smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. 200 Bot Studios with $2 says, welcome back, Nina. You're glowing. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. That is a very lovely compliment. Glowing in the good way, probably. I'm not pregnant. Just wanted to let everyone know that.
That's how rumors get started.
I know, right? It's like, damn. Stomp Rat is here. Michael Quay, what's going on? Grumpy Old Ninja, Darthosaur, everybody is here. Nikki D is here. Lauren Masters is here. She liked the episode. Lauren said it was a good episode. It is for the classic Loki and Gator Loki. I really liked Gator Loki, and I thought classic Loki was dope.
Classic Loki was cool.
I liked him a lot.
His scene was really good.
I really liked his scene. Awesome ones here. Hello, Mega Mac. What's going on? 200 Watt Studios letting me know that we were late. I'm sorry. We're here now. Gaming or what? Trademark is here. 200 Watt Studio also says awful commercial. I thought that was hilarious, especially when he speaks Chinese. Ja is here. Kaylee, what's going on? Kaylee is here. Darthosaur says, oh my, probably at that naked Loki.
Oh my goodness gracious.
So good, so good. Why can't we get naked Loki and actual Loki? Oh, it's because it's on Disney Plus. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Cosmo James, what's going on, Cosmo? And who else? Shane Nolan is here. Hello. And we got a Dread Pirate Mikey. Hello. Good to see you. So everybody is here. We've said hello. Let's get right into it. How about opening thoughts? Teresa, what did you think of the episode?
It sucked so bad.
Wow.
That it sucked every sucking that sucked since the dawn of time. That's how sucky it was. Except for the alligator. We like Gator. But when the fracking little Gator with a little Loki thing on is the best part of a show, we've got some problems.
Wow, Teresa was really not happy with this episode at all. How about you, Jane? What did you think of this episode?
I agree that it sucks. I wouldn't say it's the suckiest thing that ever sucked in the world, but it's definitely up there. I did like classic Loki, and the alligator was cute. I mean, it had its cute moments, but overall,
it was very silly.
Yeah. But it was disappointing, and just that it wasn't consistent at all with sort of what I had in my head. So, yeah, it wasn't good to me.
What about you, Script Doctor? Are you going to break the narrative here and tell us that you thought it was the most amazing episode of television that you've seen during the past year?
Oh, not even the past few decades. No, it was a pretty mediocre, lackluster episode. Tries to have fun with all Loki variants, but really just screws that up as quickly as they possibly could. Richard E. Grant was a highlight. I think we all like the Gator Loki because it doesn't actually say anything to make us not like it, so it's kind of easy to enjoy.
It's the horns. It's the horns because it's like, dude, it was so cute. I hate gators, and I thought it was cute with the horns.
I'm not 100% sure what those bird things were that had the balls that were blowing up in the air or that are part of their heads, but those were kind of fun to see.
I don't even remember that.
That's
how memorable this episode was.
Yeah.
I don't remember that at all.
You don't remember those little weird? They look like they're just birds, but they're headless.
But they're headless, right? And they had a little ball for head. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
What?
Yeah,
I don't know what they are, but they were interesting.
I noticed that. I was like, "This is some sort of alien world, then," because what the fuck are those things? I don't know.
Script was like, "Let me search through this to see if there's anything at all." Remotely.
Script's a better person than I. This episode turned me into Padme. It took away my will to live.
Oh my god!
The kid has a poster on his back for some reason.
Wow. I still didn't get full Loki outfit. He conjured a shitty blanket. I was like, what the fuck is this? You can't even conjure up a blanket that's a little bit nicer than a sheet of, I don't know what that was.
Also, he's a frost giant. He doesn't get cold.
Oh my god, I keep forgetting he's a frost giant. Oh my god, you're right. Nikki D, thank you so much for the $10. Says Richard E. Grant as Chad Loki was easily the best part of the episode. Chad Loki, is that the old Loki?
That's the old guy, yeah.
Okay. Outside of that, more of the same schlock, nonsensical plot, pointless filler, and more cucky.
Definitely
yeah,
cucky.
Yeah. Definitely. God, that whole scene with the blanket, I was like, this is weird and bordering on incest. Like, it's just so
Well, you
strange
just
to
don't
me.
like the relationship.
I mean, it's only incest if that Loki, the Sylvia, is also the frost giant from the same parents from another dimension. We don't know yet.
But it seems, well, I
But
don't
it's
think they're
him,
from the
though.
same dimension, but they're from the same parents because they're from Odin and the
But
chick.
a different set of parents, though. I don't
Well,
think
even if it was the same
incest.
set, if they biologically gave birth to Sylvie, but they kidnapped a frost giant Loki, they're still not related.
Ah, that's true. That's true. They won't be related then.
I mean, they're
But
different timelines.
in Curb Your Enthusiasm, though, there's an episode that says step counts. So step counts.
They're
I'm
not
just-
siblings. They're just two totally different people.
They're just like the same person that are
Yeah.
like in love with each other.
Don't
which
worry,
is
if
freaking weird.
if they're confirmed that Sylvie is also a frost giant, then it's like, yeah, that's really gross. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
that I don't think that's gonna happen.
think
I don't think they remember that Loki is a frost giant. I don't think they
I don't
remember
either.
that.
They're not acting like it.
No. I don't remember that. I don't think they remember that. and they're the showrunners. They should
Kind of
remember
forgot
that.
about
kind of
it.
a big part of that first Thor movie.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Were you guys happy to see Owen Wilson again? I was.
Yeah.
No.
No?
Yeah.
He showed up out of nowhere.
I know,
In
that's
that
the
car.
problem.
It was so
He found
random.
the pizza car. Yeah.
How is he alive?
How is he alive? And then Thor couldn't be alive. And then how did he find a working car with a pizza thing on top of it? Like, I was like, what is this show? It makes no sense.
It was so dumb.
I would have rather had an episode devoted to Mobius's character once he appears in this void and see how he survived. 'Cause that
Yes,
was more interesting.
exactly. Yeah, I would have liked to see that too. Like, how does he find this pizza car? I would have really liked to see that. And then, like, him trying to start it, like, well, maybe if I try this, it might work.
Yeah.
Hey, a pizza car. All right.
Oh, well, so we start the episode with just weird angles of the time variant place. I like this elevator door because it reminds me of my own logo, like the infinity logo symbols. I thought that was dope. So I like that. And then the different weird angles. I like the cinematography in this section, and then of course it goes into the other dimension,
But see,
which is kind of like it's
always,
sorry, go ahead, Jen.
no, you mentioned it, the cinematography. The thing about it is that these properties are always beautiful. Like, I mean, that's the thing I will give them credit for. It's just that the story is terrible these days. But it's amazing to look at. I mean, every other scene could have been a painting. I mean, it was beautiful.
Yeah, there was a lot of really nice scenery in this episode. I thought that too. But then when they end up in this town, so this is kind of like a very like pruned towns over pruned towns of every dimension that you could possibly think of, from what I understood, because that's why they had the Avengers building there, but they also talked about how this was little Loki's dimension, and his Nexus event was apparently him killing Thor, which I didn't really understand. I was like, okay, how is that the Nexus event that kills their world? But okay, let's go with it. What did you guys think of that? Did I understand that correctly?
I'm not sure. I thought it was just like a general plane of existence, kind of like the city dump of time. Like everything just gets dropped here, and the only reason that Kid Loki is, I guess, has the status he has is maybe he's been here the longest because he killed his brother before he got Thor's hammer. Because and you don't age in this area. They established that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I thought that this was like his dimension or something, because they were like, well, what'd you do for your Nexus event? And he was like, I killed Thor. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought
of it as a purgatory type situation. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of that's the second thought I had. That was kind of like purgatory too. And then you had Black Loki, and I thought that he had like what is it? Thor's hammer called Heimlar? What is it?
Mjolnir.
Mjolnir. Thank you. I thought he had Mjolnir, but it's not. It's just some random hammer. And I was like, why is this Loki so weird? Like, what's his story? And then they didn't really get into his character at all, except for that he's a backstabber. But other than that,
yeah, which is every Loki. So
apparently, yeah. Thank you so much, Megamech, for the $1. There's no super sticker or anything. So thank you for that. He also says, Nina, I think Hunter B15 is going to be revealed as Loki, maybe Loki Prime, because that is to be expected in the MCU now. Hunter B15 is that black lady that's in prison now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there's all these rumors right now that actually we were talking about backstage because the Marvel account for Marvel Canada kind of leaked images and said, I tried to find this tweet, but they've deleted it since because it kind of went crazy. We lost Teresa. People went crazy on Twitter because they said, like, meet all the variants, and they had put the different pictures of the variants, and then they had put her picture as well. So there was a lot of people speculating that she could be like another Loki and another female Loki at that. And a lot of people were speculating that they were all variants, and that's something that all the variants were Lokis, and that's something that Jayne brought up. But I don't know if that's true because of the first episode or the second episode, whichever one it was, where we saw Lady Loki, like Sylvie, when she enchanted that lady and she got her to break the code, but then they were in the bar together, and she didn't seem to be a Loki to me. So I don't know if all the variants are going to turn out to be Loki or not.
I think they are at this point. Why not?
Why
That's
not?
where I am. It's like, you know what? They're all Loki. They're so unoriginal in storytelling at this point. I would not be surprised if you just made them all Lokis, and that whole scene was just a reverse enchantment, and that's it.
Yeah,
and that's the surprise is that maybe those two women and Owen Wilson's character are the 3 timekeepers or whatever.
Well, what about the other black lady though? She seems to have gone kind of batshit right now. What was her name again? I keep forgetting all their names.
Renova?
Yeah, no, yeah, the judge.
The judge, yeah.
Yeah, her.
Yeah, I don't know what she is.
I think she's kind of nuts. I mean, I think she's going to be set up to be kind of like the main baddie for the next season of Loki. Because don't forget, this series has been renewed for season 2.
Yeah.
I think her and basically, welcome back, Teresa. Her and Kang are going to be set up to be the next baddies. But I think Kang is going to be kind of like the end clip we get at the very, very end. Like, oh yeah, like I'm here too, by the way. But I think the main surprise is still going to be Loki. It was Loki all along.
If Kang is a female, yes. If not, no.
Apparently, it's a dude. It's a black dude.
Yes, they did a casting for an actor who's being told he's Kang.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there you go.
What was his name again?
Can't remember, but he's in the Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumanium or whatever it's called.
Yes. It's this dude right here. I will share my screen right now so you guys can see who we are talking about. This dude. He's supposed to be the new. Yeah, he's supposed to be the new Kang. So, yeah. There we go.
Okay.
So we'll see. I've never seen him in anything, to be completely honest with you. Like, I don't remember him in Ant-Man at all. So I don't know. But yeah. So I think that we're gonna if we're gonna see him, I don't think we're gonna see him until the end credit of the last episode, if we see him at all. But yeah. So continuing with the episode, we leave off where he wakes up in this crazy world, and then there's this creature just like eating everything, and they're like, we gotta run. What was this thing called again?
Alioth.
Thank you. I'm so bad at names. So Alioth reminds me of the Smoky Monster in Lost.
Yeah.
It's literally like the same thing without the eyes. I mean, this one has eyes. That one didn't have eyes.
It's got a snout too.
Yeah, he looks like a dragon, but like he's a smoky dragon. He's Puff the Magic Dragon.
Who created him?
Loki, because it's gonna be Loki.
Be defeated with a simple extraction fan.
And then this chick, she's all, "What happened? And who's in control? Tell me the truth." And then this
I'm just
other
trying to
chick
figure
is
out how
like,
they got to that part of the office from where they were last episode. Like, there's a hallway.
yeah,
between
weren't
them.
they? Yeah, they were where the actual
They were in the
fight.
timekeeper vault. Yeah.
They were. What?
How'd they get here?
Jump through a portal.
You're right. They totally, because that they went down and like down an elevator, and so this chick just, I don't know, somehow pushed her through the elevator, came all the way back up here to the courtroom.
Not a single guard found this, noticed or saw them.
They teleported.
What? What? I didn't even realize that script until you said that. I was like, oh my God, you're right. Because the last thing we saw, she was in the throne room with, or the, like whatever the.
Can they use the temp pad to travel within the TVA? Because it's not really a time frame. It's just a place outside of time.
I wonder.
So
I wonder.
Don't know how they got there.
That might have been interesting to see.
It would have been nice. But then this chick starts like, you know, just spewing a bunch of bullshit, which the whole time I was like, this chick is like, you know, bullshitting. Why? And then Sylvie just starts kind of like believing her, and I was like, why? Like,
why can't you?
Why
read
would you trust
minds?
her? Yeah. Well, not even like, can you read minds? It's more like, why would you trust her like immediately? And she seemed so gung ho, like, let's work together. And I was like, girl,
thinking,
you were trying to kill me like 5 minutes ago.
I was thinking, shouldn't she just enchant her because she can?
Exactly. Like, why didn't why didn't she just enchant her ass? I would have.
Oh, y'all, DJ Scandalous.
She was
That
what is
is
she
all-
saying?
She was Kang all along.
How they're gonna do?
She's
I
a
bet
variant
you
of
she's a
Kang.
variant
Oh,
of Kang.
Could
I
be.
bet you.
she's a variant of Kang all along.
All along.
That would be how they avoid introducing a powerful male figure in this show. Just have her be him.
I still don't think that's gonna happen. I think she's gonna be her own badass character, because they want like powerful women like everywhere, and she's gonna be her own.
Yeah, but they swap them all. So
That's
They
true.
That's true. And speaking of enchanting, how many times did this woman say, I can enchant? You know, I can enchant. I can enchant. It's like, well, then why don't you fucking enchant?
Lisa is like, Kang isn't a woman? What?
Could be.
in this dimension,
A whammon.
Women. This was cool. This like UFO weird situation.
Snail.
Yeah. For a second, I thought this was like the Enterprise.
why is he still wearing a suit?
I don't know, Jane. I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out the entire time. Like, there's all these Lokis with all these different outfits. The one that comes into like the basement that they're hiding out in is wearing his outfit, and I'm like, why aren't you dressing up like a Loki? This is getting ridiculous. The freaking alligator has horns and you still don't. Why is this happening?
The reptile looks more like Loki than Loki. You're right.
Like, dude,
they don't want him to be Loki. They are trying to brainwash us. That's what it is.
it's mental. Like, this little kid has a freaking Loki outfit. There's the freaking there you go. Where I had it.
Well, this whole show is mental.
This. Oh my god.
I
Where's
can't
the
believe
cute
it.
though. He's a good
alligator?
actor.
The alligator was really cute, but
All of them have on their little Loki attributes, a little something that shows they're
Something.
Loki. He has
Yeah.
nothing.
nothing, absolutely nothing. Like, even his tie looks like shit. It's like, at least make it a green tie. Why aren't you wearing a green tie? Like, nothing.
Everybody's a Loki, but Loki.
Everyone's a Loki but Loki. Maybe he's not a Loki at all. Oh yes, that's right. He's a frost giant. That's what's
Yeah.
So these guys are telling him this whole time that this discussion is going on, that, you know, where they are, and how they got here and how they're running away from this thing that's trying to eat them all, and how they got to keep moving because they're survivors. And and he's just kind of asking all these questions, but they don't really have any answers because they're like, well, we're just trying to survive. Thor didn't survive here. There's mini Thor.
Yeah.
And Mjolnir, or whatever the fuck his hammer's name was there too.
He's stuck in a jar and he can't get his hammer.
But
that's how he survives.
That's it, though. That's all we see of the god of thunder. He dies like every second, apparently. Like only Loki's can get away.
At some point in their adventures, Loki, I think, did shrink him and put him in a jar.
But I mean, in a dimension like this, you would think that the God of Thunder would be able to survive longer than, I don't know, Owen Wilson. Like, what the fuck? Like Owen Wilson's just like rando human, and he like survives and finds a working car. Like, I don't understand how this works.
They hate Thor too. He's gonna get his in the next movie.
That's true. Love and Thunder, right?
Movie, yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be Thor but Thor.
Right. DJ Scandalous says season 2 Loki and Gator Loki hook up. Okay, that's enough. That's enough of this. This is crossing into furry territory. First we're like into incest, and now we're getting into furry stuff. That's just uncool, Disney. No.
Okay, my bad. I didn't catch that was some sort of bestiality thing. No. They just need to have him as a pet. You need him as a pet. That's all.
This whole setup was kind of cool, though. I like their weird underground lair, which was a bowling alley. Apparently, I don't really. It was very weird and random. Then these chicks are talking again, and they're pulling up records from this clocky or whatever the hell it's called.
The clock from hell.
This is such a weird
Miss Minutes, I think it is. Yeah.
Miss Minutes. I'm gonna call her Clocky from this point forward, just because it's easier. Miss Minutes, whatever.
Even the clock is a woman.
It's true.
Tara's strong.
She is. Look at those eyelashes. She's like, I'm a clock.
The best example.
Even the clock has better costume than Loki.
I mean, shit, if it was a Loki variant, it would have thorns. Jesse, hello, says if Kid Loki killed Kid Thor, then that would be a major change to the timeline. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. He killed his bro. He doesn't have a
Get scaly. That's what it would be. Get scaly.
Yes, scaly then. Whatever. But so this thing, this clocky or whatever, was created by whoever created the time variant authority or whatever, the TVA. Who I think, and I've thought from episode 1, is Loki. Is going to be the ultimate variant of Loki or whatever. Whoever it is that they've been looking for is that variant. This thing starts giving out all this info to that chick because somehow she has the access, like this girl. Because remember before, like they couldn't really access anything. I mean, she had pretty high access, I guess, but they really couldn't access much of the info. But she did. So that's why you're right, Jane. They are hinting at some of her like characteristics being close to like Kang, like, or somebody who's like so powerful that the clock chick would be like, okay, like I'll pull up whatever info you want. So I don't know. 200 Watt Studios, thank you so much for the $2. Says alligator and frog leather bedroom fun. Nice. No. Oh my god.
Frog leather?
Oh my god.
We don't do frog leather.
I don't know what to say about this at all.
That would be terrible.
Wow. Woo! We got 40 likes, everybody. Thank you so much. Smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. Thank you, Agent One. Such a good mod. But yeah, so this chick, I just couldn't trust her at all, and everything she was saying, I was like, I don't trust you. Yeah. And then Sylvie's like,
on it too. By the way,
you thought the clock what?
I thought she was in on the ruse.
Me too. I thought the
I think
clock
so.
was, just leading them on, or I don't know, just
she made up about that time ship thing.
Which, by the way, is actually another theory. They're saying that the other chick might actually be able to access the end of time with the time ship. Like that wasn't bullshit.
No.
That they might actually have a time ship. So because she did get the information she wanted, so people are speculating that she may actually go there using the ship, but we don't know. Like, who knows? I mean, but it would be surprising.
We'll find out Wednesday morning.
Yes.
Is this clock sentient?
I don't know. I don't
Sentient
think
enough,
so.
I guess.
Yeah, semi-sentient. Because when you, like, for example, when you think Vision, right? Like Vision to me is sentient. I don't know if this thing is sentient. It has enough programming to, not go past certain things. Like if it's been told like not to let something slip or whatever, like it won't. I don't think it has free will, is what I'm trying to say. But then again, I don't know. Maybe this is Kang. It was the clock.
Or it could be a Loki.
Oh my God. The clock is a fucking Loki variant. 200 Watt Studios, thank you so much for the $5. Says most people don't know that Beta Ray Bill was based on Sarah Jessica Parker. What? Really? Hence the 3 names and the horse face. Wow.
I'm pretty sure that's a joke because Beta Ray Bill came out in '83. When did Sarah Jessica Parker start her career?
Wow. I don't know.
Sarah Jessica Parker, she was around that time.
Yeah, she's been around for a while.
She's old.
But she definitely did not have any sort of horse face in her youth.
Oh my God. I remember her
It's a
from
good joke though, but like yeah.
I remember her from Hocus Pocus, and she did have a horse face then too. She was like,
well, she just has a long face.
She does. It's very elongated. Horse. Anyways, thank you so much for that super chat, 200 Watt Studios. That's pretty funny. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe this is the key to everything. It's the Kang clock. It was the clock all along. We should have seen it from the beginning. Come on now. Then they're talking and more talking, and that's a really funny shot of the clock. I just couldn't believe that. See, look, like she reaches her hand out like immediately, like, trust me. And I'm like,
Enchanter. That's what I was saying.
That was your moment. Like, why aren't you enchanting her right then? I mean, she had several. She had some in the throne room too, because she beat her in combat. So she could have like just grabbed her and basically mind raped her. I mean, for all she knew, she didn't have to be gentle about it. That's all I'm saying. Like, what?
Pretty rough description there, yeah.
Well, she's like supposed to be a badass Loki that doesn't give a fuck, right? The other one just killed her lover in front of her. I mean, it's gross that it's her lover, but it is. And she's pretty evil, kidnapped her, all this stuff. Like, why would she have any care for her whatsoever? Like, why would she even shake her hand? I wouldn't. I'd be like, I don't trust your ass.
You'd already be dead.
Yeah.
She's like, if we're gonna do this, you have to trust me. And she's like, okay. And then she's like, never mind. All these people started rolling into the courtroom. And she does make her think, though. She said something like, didn't you want to know? Like, what about like wanting to know who's behind this whole thing? And, I think like right now, what's driving this character, assuming she's not Kang and assuming she's not a Loki or whatever, I think what is driving her is also wanting to know who's behind the scenes and who's been basically kind of like pulling her strings, because I don't think she likes being a puppet, so to speak.
Yeah.
Which she has been basically for a very long time. So I think she's trying to figure that out too. I don't think it's so much that she doesn't like Lokis or anything at this point. But I don't know, because I don't know what kind of twist they're gonna come back. What? No, stop it. Stop it.
No, she was like a up and coming actor in like the late 70s, like 79.
Yeah.
She didn't get noticed till like Footloose in 84.
Yeah, Shane just said that too. She was
yeah,
in
there
Footloose
it
in
is.
84. But yeah, like dude, 1946. I mean, how old would
Unless
she have to be now?
unless she was
Like
born in 46, but I don't think so.
no, dude, that would be old. But yeah, so I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think, assuming she's not a Loki or Kang or whatever, do you think, like, what do you think is driving this character now?
I think they told
Protection?
us attention. Yeah, I think they told us that that's what she wants. That she actually does want to know the answers. She want to know who's behind it all.
Mhm.
But I hate that they said that because it could very well be true, and it's consistent with their telling us instead of just allowing us to sort of derive that information from her behavior.
Exactly.
You know?
And that's not even a very exciting motive. My whole purpose for the story is what's going on. I don't know.
I think this show is so exciting that the topic of conversation now is Sarah Jessica Parker. That's I don't know how we.
By the way, she would be 74 if she was born in 1946.
That's what I was
y'all know.
thinking.
No,
to
then she's got to be
myself,
born in
like-
like the 60s, mid 60s.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she's older than that. I only know that because that's my dad's age.
Oh my god,
She is not as old as my father.
So this whole thing was pretty
Oh.
nuts. And then she, quote unquote, like, you know, does herself and prunes herself. And then
Yeah.
like this guy's reaction was funny though, because he was like, "What the fuck? She pruned herself."
I was ready to prune myself at this point too.
Oh my god!
Just make it stop.
Why would she do, like, what reason does she have to believe that where she goes, she'll be able to come back?
She wanted to. They were talking about whatever was like at the end of the timeline or whatever was going to be accessed through this other dimension. And then the clock thing said yes, but also that time ship, because we have that too. Just FYI, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
No, but
why
Jane's
not
right. How did she
try
not? How
the-
did she know that? How did
why
she
not
know? How
try
did she know
the
she would have
ship?
here?
I mean, you
I-
know Loki's on the other side, so you know that he's working on the very same thing you are. Why do you have to go there?
I think she just wanted to rescue him because she's like in love with him now. I think.
Because she's the only one that could do it, as they told us 100 times in this episode.
And she, like, to be fair, she did say a couple times that she thinks that he's the key because, like, she was all like, I think he's the key, and rescuing him is gonna what lead us to like finding out what the Time Lords are or whatever. But then there was it was so weird and random because there was a couple scenes where like she would say stuff like that or they would say stuff like that like in the dialogue, and then there was a scene where like, and I'm jumping ahead of myself here a little bit, but where they're saying goodbye to Owen Wilson, and then he like hugs Loki, and then he looks at Sylvie and goes, "You're my favorite," and I'm like, dude, like that was such a like. Just like you don't need to say that because and they want that was just such a like, you know, you're my favorite because you're female, like blah blah blah. I'm like, dude,
Yeah,
no.
I'm just confused as to why he has to be rescued.
Yeah.
At this point,
She likes him. That's why, I guess.
She likes him.
I get
that's
that
what it
she
is.
likes him, but they have a plan, or well, they have a shared purpose. He's in the dimension where all this stuff is happening. One potential way of finding who the timekeepers are. She has the ship option, right? If that's real.
We don't know that. Yeah. That's
Right,
a
so
theory.
why wouldn't she pursue that and let him pursue this?
That's a very good question. Maybe she doesn't trust him because she thinks he's another useless man, Loki.
Well, that's
And
what they're getting at. Yeah.
yeah, like
They
he's
need women to do it.
you need a woman. That's what's going on.
No, we just need a gator, though. Look at that baby gator. So cute.
It looks like
it's-
dirty water.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, well, I mean, they do like swamp water, so it's fine. 200 Watt Studios for $5 says when most people get old, they get along in the oh my god. In the tooth. Sarah Jessica Parker gets along in the face. Oh my god.
Oh my
200 Watt
gosh.
Studios, you're so mean to Sarah Jessica Parker.
What did Sarah Jessica Parker do to you, man?
She's not even in the show.
She's more interesting than the show, though.
I mean, I kind of wish that she would be in the show just because I don't know. I think she would make a good villain.
A Loki, another one.
Yeah, she would have been a cool Loki variant since we're going with all these whammon Lokis. Why not Sarah Jessica Parker? Old woman. They had an old man Loki. They should have old woman Loki.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
They're being sexist and ageist towards women now because they needed a kid Loki that's a female and an old Loki. I'm just joking. Again, thank you so much for that 200 Watt Studios. People are like, ouch. Damn.
Horse variant.
Oh my god. Jesse says, I love that the final team in this episode was young, old Animal, and modern post-Thanos MCU Prime Loki. I like that too. I thought it was a cool team.
Well, I mean, this Loki is actually pre-Thanos.
Is
He's
it?
from the Avengers in
Oh
2012.
yes, because you're right.
Mhm.
Because he's yeah.
Now, I
you're
guess the
right.
kid would also be pre-Thanos as well because he killed his brother as a child. So yeah, only Richard E. Grant would be the post-Thanos Loki. We don't know about the Gator though.
Tim Possible says the real MVP is Gator Loki. That's true.
Well, that's true.
That's true.
Yeah, he gets carried around the entire time. It's great.
It was really cute. I actually like that part where he bites the other Loki. I thought that was really funny.
He eats his hand. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, 200 Watt. Don't be sorry at all. You're bringing life into this chat. This episode was extremely boring, and yeah, who cares? You're being funny. I don't care. This was again. I did like their underground lair. I thought it was pretty weird, and it was like that. It was in a bowling alley, and I seriously didn't understand this Loki's variant. Like, what was his story? I really wanted to know more about him. But then he just turned out to be a weirdo.
Well,
Like
he was
a
just
whole lot
there
of-
for diversity. That's
Exactly
no
how I
point.
felt. That's how I felt. Like that he didn't really have a purpose, and he could have because he looked really cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, we're just gonna stick black male Loki in here and pretend he has a backstory, but he really doesn't. And it's like, why? Like,
I'm
is-
really surprised they didn't just have him running around screaming, Loki!
Like, right.
Oh my god. By the way, thank you so much, Roger H, for that thumbs up sticker. Thank you for that. So yeah, that this scene was funny too when he attacked the other dude. The gator stole the show several times.
Yeah.
And then so he was like, we got to do something because we're Lokis, and if anyone's gonna do anything, it's gonna be us. I mean, we're the survivors. Let's figure it out, and it's probably gonna be something to do with that smoky monster. We gotta have to figure out how to kill it or whatever. So he's like, I'm gonna leave. And this is when I saw this Loki. Look, he's got a suit, but it's green tie, green vest, the horns. I'm like, why couldn't our Loki look like this? I mean, you could still wear a suit, but at least look like a Loki. Like,
Cool.
Yeah.
you could look cool. But this is what we get. Weirdo, like
Washed out Loki.
washed out Loki with the tiny thin tie that's brown, like the ugliest tie color you could ever possibly have. But
Cookie.
okay. That was just so stupid. I don't know.
Sketch therapy, it's not even that they didn't give him flaws, they gave him nothing. He had no story.
Are you
His
talking
story
about
was
this
even a
comment here?
lie.
Sketch Therapy says they can't make black Loki. Loki has flaws. You're not allowed to give black people flaws. They think us so weak that seeing someone of the same color as us have flaws would break our dumb hearts. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's true.
That Black Loki did lie about his Infinity Stone story, so that's kind of a flaw.
They're all liars, though.
I mean, they all are liars, so that's consistent.
That's true.
But he just didn't do anything more. I mean, he was revealed to be a betrayer. Okay, that was his plan, and then that backfired because again, every Loki betrays everyone. So your comic beat that you're leaning into, but you don't really do anything more with it. It's just there to be there, really.
Yeah.
Andy, thank you so much for the sunglasses.
Super sticker.
Super sticker.
Oh, there's your
for you.
sunglasses. Very
Thank
nice.
You. Jesse says, "Well, our Loki is in the TVA uniform. He doesn't have to be anymore. He has magic here. He can change his outfit.
Yeah.
He conjured up a shitty blanket, and it barely worked.
That vest, yeah."
It wasn't even like a blanket that was like comfy or anything. Like it barely worked. I was like, what is wrong with this Loki? Like he has no magic power.
But even he was told that too. She was like, it's not very plush or something like that.
Yeah, she made fun of his blanket. I was like, what?
Yeah.
So he only did it so she could make fun of it.
E. Clay says Nina's just mad Loki has his clothes on. No,
that's true.
No. Well, maybe Teresa. I would like a costume on. That's what's going on. Like, where is his horns? Where's the green? Where's anything? He looks like Tom Hiddleston. He doesn't look like Loki.
I wouldn't mind if he wore his Henry V outfit. He's a hottie in that.
Wow. Well, see, costumes matter.
Meanwhile,
Sylvie, or the bestest Loki ever,
sadly is still alive.
Oh my God. Ends up in some bus and then ends up running away from the smoky monster, but then not before somewhat enchanting it and seeing this door and the image of basically where they're going to be led to at the end of the series, or I mean at the end of this episode. And of course, at the end of the season 1, we'll get to see this place where I'm sure Loki will reside. Then she runs away, and then who's gonna save her? Who? It is Owen Wilson. Pizza delivery car out of nowhere. I'm like,
how does he know she's there?
I don't know.
He just happened to be in the area of this thing.
Yeah, I mean,
he was better to do.
I don't even know what the other 3 Lokis knew that Loki was there. Like, it's just weird, all over.
It's just so random because you would think that this dude who's trying to survive because he's a human being, he's not Thor, he's not Loki, he's nobody. He's just found a working car randomly. You would think that he would be running away from whatever this smoky monster is that's like eating everything, like far away from it. Like this dude runs towards it because it's heading towards her. And he's like, I'm going to be a hero. I'm going to drive right into there, even though I don't really know what's going on, hoping that I would see someone so I can rescue them and be the hero, which he did. I don't know. E-Clay says because plot.
And not to mention the fact that she just lands there and immediately sees what she needs to accomplish. Like her goal is right there.
Yeah, because she's so smart. She enchanted that thing right away. She was like, okay, I might as well figure out what you are by enchanting you. Then they, have a speed. See, this is the Loki I wanted. They have a speed chase, which they win. And then we come back to these guys who basically all start beating the shit out of each other because they're all Lokis and they all backstab each other, including the black one ends up being an evil Loki and backstabs the other people. Is this when he bit off the hand? Yeah, there it is. He bites off there. The alligator bites off this dude's hand. I did laugh at that part. I thought that was fun.
That's that image there. That's a cover of a metal album.
Really?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you can totally put that as like a Loki metal album.
Oh yeah, that's true. I thought this was a bit interesting for a Disney because it's Disney Plus. So like I was like, okay, dude, this gator just totally bit off his hand. But
oh no, Marvel does that deliberately because they're big fans of The Empire Strikes Back. So if you take a look at various Marvel films, there's always some character getting an arm chopped off in some degree. Like they did that, whether it's someone deliberate for a character like Andy Serkis's character in Black Panther. They also I think did that with oh crap, they do it a couple of times. I think they did it like with an Iron Man, maybe Iron Man 2 or something of that nature. There many people on the production team of Marvel have made reference to it.
That makes sense. Nick Riddick TV says maybe he was going to kill himself.
Yeah, it's like I'll never find a jet ski in here. There's no ocean, so just driving towards the Alaya.
I'm just gonna prune myself again. That's what's going on. Sketch Therapy says he's not trying to survive, he's trying to destroy the TVA. Still no reason why he'd end up so close to them. I don't know.
Because plot.
Yeah, because plot. Clay says his arm has no bones.
Oh my
That's pretty bad. He's right. Where's the bone?
He has no bone.
The bone should be there, but I don't see it. Maybe it's because he's a variant. So yeah, they duke it out. And then this dude brings up a portal. They all walk through. Maybe that's what. Wait, can Sylvie do that?
I don't know, but why do they have a door if they can just portal into this underground base?
Good point.
Well, maybe because he doesn't want to use his powers all the time. I don't know if that's just something I'm guessing.
Well,
does he get tired?
I know, but if you're trying to hide out from the other Lokis and because you don't trust them, it's like, well, what's better way to have than a cave with no entrance or exit other than your portal power?
Precisely.
Here's a question too. Why were they running earlier then?
Right. Why wouldn't they just portal to their underground lair immediately?
I know, writers not paying attention to the rules they're making on their shows.
No. Well, this is what I thought too, is that maybe if Sylvie can do this, is that how they ended up from like the throne room into the courtroom without like the elevator or anything? Did she just like portal them there? But I don't think she can do this one.
But their powers don't exist in the TVA dimension.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah. That's the other part, right?
Damn it, I keep forgetting that.
Quit trying to make sense of this, Nina.
God. Sorry, that's my problem.
I used to have better plots when I was 5 years old with my Barbies.
I know, right? The same here.
Oh my gosh. There's a smoke monster.
There's a smoky monster, and then she's being a resting bitch face the entire time. Like seriously, like every shot,
resting
like
bitch face.
every shot that I freeze it on, she's like got this like, she just seems very unpleasant. Like
you can't smile. You can't have her smiling.
Yeah, we got another perpetual PMS character.
It totally seems like that. Like it's weird.
Like get some Midol, chick.
That's sexist, Teresa.
Hey, no, it's not. It's the struggle is real.
Also, periods give us superpowers. Like, hello.
I'll show you a superpower. It sure isn't a period.
Oh, it allows you to basically ward off all men and other people for 3 to 5 days. That's pretty powerful.
Hey, that's power. That's power.
Yeah, that is true. Well, trust me, we don't want to be around people.
Yeah, it's mutual.
Yeah, you see,
look at her. Like seriously, look, she's freaking
angry the entire time.
But
you chose to be there.
And not just that, he just rescued you in a pizza car. Like, couldn't you at least like have a smile on your face? Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh, asking people to smile is sexist too.
Oh, that's true.
But she's annoyed. Why?
I don't know. I'd love to be rescued in a pizza car.
Yeah, by Owen Wilson. I mean, he's
Yeah, but
dope.
you'd be disappointed if there's no pizza inside.
Oh, that's it. She's hangry. That's her problem.
That's true. She needs a Snickers.
Well, she's gonna be here a while, so yeah.
Lisa says Lisa's agreeing with us. She's not happy at all. Like she's just every time I freeze it on her face, she's just like this. Look at this face. It goes from bad to worse. Like every time, I'm like, dude.
That's a glare right there. That's what that is.
She's literally like, like. There's another one. Oh my god! Every time. Meanwhile, these dudes are walking around. I forget what they're doing at this point. Oh, and then this thing appears. Okay, so this is when we see the smoky monster actually devour the ship. And they're like, okay, let's use the ship as a distraction so we can get closer to it or something like that. And then that's when they see the fucking pizza car. Because that's how this is how small this area is that like they can meet up like on in an instant. Like that's the other thing that I didn't understand. Like if you have a pocket dimension where you're basically squeezing in like hundreds of millions of other dimensions, you would think that this place would be incredibly vast. Yet these people are all within like walking distance of each other, or at least driving distance in this case. Which I thought was a little bit, again, lackluster. Like it's like, no, it's just this. Even it's just so weird to say like it's not realistic, because in a show like this, you really don't want realism. Like I don't know if you know what I'm saying, because it's not supposed to be based on realism. It's supposed to be based on fantasy. But even in fantasy and magic and all that stuff, there is a level of logic to it.
Yeah.
Well, there's rules and consistency that has to be maintained.
Yeah, within their universe. Yeah.
And it just feels like this show really falls flat on that aspect. Sketch Therapy says the sourest Loki aren't Lokis, basically. Pranksters, she have no sense of humor, and that is highly un-Loki-ish. That exactly.
Mm-hmm.
She's like bitch Loki. That's basically what it is. It's like, dude, you're not the goddess of mischief. You're the goddess of bitch. Like, seriously, like, get a sense of humor, lady.
Yeah.
This is the first time I think I saw her smile. Like, this is like her little, like in this episode when she saw Loki, she was like, "Oh hey, because I like you. That's why I came here.
I like my brother."
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Please, somebody clip that.
More like a clone, but yeah.
There she is. Even then, it was like barely a smile. Oh my God! There.
It's a smirk.
It's a reaction.
It's like it's something not a frown. Like okay.
Her not a frown face.
Oh my.
Okay. Another monster says it's because she's not Loki. You know, he's right. She's consistently told us she's not a Loki. She's Sylvie. Resting bitch face Sylvie.
She's better than
Loki. You're absolutely right.
She's not too good to be. Yeah, you're right. She's too good to be Loki.
Although at the end, she kind of said she is a Loki, because she was like, "You're like me, and then you can enchant too." So therefore, she took back all the shit she said about her not being Loki. Andy says Missy and Doctor Who is more like Loki than this chick. Wait, who's Missy again? Wait, who was she? I'm trying to remember this. And Doctor Who.
I can't remember which Doctor Missy was associated with.
I don't remember her. Damn. Okay.
Yeah, which doctor?
Everybody Google.
Oh yeah, that's true. I have Google. I can do that. Missy and Doctor Who. Oh. I didn't see this one.
Is it more recent Doctor Who?
Yeah, I think so, because I don't remember her at all. Do you guys remember?
No, 96.
Yeah,
she's
in the
Capaldi. Yeah, I did not see
Capaldi.
Capaldi
I didn't
Doctor.
I didn't see Capaldi Doctor either. Sorry, got off track there. But okay. So Sylvie, aka I don't know, whatever, weird lady Loki. I I like that line. There was a line I liked in here, which when he was trying to explain like all the different Lokis or whatever, because she was like, like, should I kill those guys or whatever, and he was like, no, they're with me, and there's even a gator Loki, and I'm actually like, what did he say? He said something like, I'm surprised that that was actually believable to me, but it was, and I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was a great line.
That was a good line. Let me go to English subtitles so we can actually read some of the stuff they say. Yeah, she said like, can I kill it or something? And he was like, so then they start talking about the guard dog, which is referring to the smoky monster. Nikki D, thank you so much for the $5. Says scripts right about the hand cutting off the MCU. Thor also got his hand temporarily cut off in the Dark World. That's right. He also lost an eye. I was not a fan of eyeless Thor. I thought that the whole... I was just like, dude, he's not hot anymore.
Because he has an eye patch?
Yeah, he has an eye patch. He's fat. Like, I was like, what the hell is happening to Thor? Like, he had short hair. Like, I liked his long, flowing locks. Like, that's supposed to be Thor. He's supposed to be godly and, like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, Thor in Norse mythology is kind of chubby. Yeah.
Well...
But here, I think they just had to get rid of the female gaze.
Yes.
How dare we look at a hot guy? Gee whiz.
But
they don't want anyone to have fun.
No,
they don't. There are a bunch of resting bitch faces, like the Sylvie Loki person. Thank you so much for that, Nikki D. Though you are right. You are right about the. I totally forgot about that. That. He got his hand cut off. Tron Watt Studio says Sylvie has a sour look on her face because she's thinking of firing her agent. What's weird too is like later on we'll get to it in the black blanket scene. She complained about her Loki costume, and I was like, seriously, you're gonna complain about that? Like, stop.
Yeah, she says it was uncomfortable. It's like, well, you can change that.
Yeah.
Like, you're not slave to what you have to wear.
Look at her face. Just what the fuck?
And in this place, she has her powers, right? So
yeah. They all
why
do.
are you sad or upset or angry or whatever?
There's a positive reaction.
Oh my god, there is a positive reaction. There's one little smile. It's barely one, but it's one.
At 26 minutes into the show.
Yay.
Wow.
Yeah, she's actually pretty when she smiles.
Yeah. She's not bad looking. Okay, and then we catch up with this chick again, who's now accessing. Oh, she went to see this woman, the other diversity hire. And then see, this was the picture that they had posted, Marvel Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody was like, "Oh my god, she's a Loki variant." I don't know if that's the case.
It does kind of mirror the scene where Loki was locked up like that, but
that's true.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Hey, America the Free, good to see you. $10 says, hello, beautiful. Hope you have a wonderful night. Well, thank you. It's been a while. I'm really glad to see you, and I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for that $10. My night is going wonderfully so far. I love hanging out and just talking about even shitty shows like this that I barely want to watch, but just like watching it and being able to talk about it with you guys is like the highlight of all of this. Okay, so here's Fatal J in the house saying that black chick is a Loki too.
Hey, Fatal.
So Fatal thinks, we talked about this, Fatal, that Marvel Canada leaked this on accident, but it could have just been an accidental photo that they uploaded. Like they didn't mean to put it in that, stock footage or whatever. I don't know. I don't think that she's a Loki. I don't.
Well, yeah, she already kind of lived her past life, but she hasn't revealed anything other than the fact that she was happy. But yeah, we don't know.
Because wouldn't female Loki like Sylvie would have known? Yes, I know they took down the tweet because I combed that entire timeline, the feed. to find it, and I couldn't find it, so I'm pretty sure they took it down. Because it set off all these theories, and then they were like, okay, this is not good, so we have to take this down. I think they just messed up, but
it could have been a reverse enchantment.
That's true, but that's what I'm saying though. Like,
powerful.
is when you say reverse enchantment, do you think like, because I was like, well, why wouldn't Lady Loki realize, because she would see in her brain that she's a Loki too? Like, why wouldn't she notice that?
She thinks she's, the most powerful Loki or whatever, but that simply may not be the case.
You mean Sylvie Loki?
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, wouldn't she notice that this chick was a Loki when she enchanted her?
Not if she was being blocked.
Oh, you're saying kind of like the way our Loki blocked her.
Potentially, yeah.
But then she didn't, though, because her brain went green and then it opened, and that's why she decided to save them from the robot things. I don't know.
No idea.
Sketch Therapy says, I don't think so. She's just a guard. She's a black Loki sister. Oh my god. Fatal J says, I'm a Loki variant too. Surprise, bitches.
I can believe that. You're very mischievous, Fatal J.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Fatal,
Who's a
if you
better
want a
Loki
link,
than
let me
Loki?
know. I will send you a link if you want to come hang out with us. Here, in fact, I'll just do it real quick, like right now. Talk about the scene for a second, guys. Let's see. Fatal J.
Andy McCullum says that would be funny as freak if they were all Lokis lying to each other. That's what I think could very well be the case. This is just all Loki world.
That's what Jayne said from the beginning. I mean, from the beginning of the stream tonight. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I think the main guy is going to be Loki, like the person that's running the TVA or whatever is going to be like a Loki variant. And I think it's going to be our Loki. I think it's going to be the male, like our Loki, the one that looks like us. I don't think it's going to be like some random one we've never seen before. Unless it's going to be Sylvie, like another like Sylvie variant Loki. I don't know. Fuck, man. I'm losing track of all this weirdness. Okay. Where are we? Wait, what did Fatal say? You guys think we will get a Thor appearance?
No.
I don't think so.
Outside of that shot of him in the jar, no, I don't think so.
No, I mean we did get somewhat of an appearance in the first episode because they had that scene with him in the and back in time or whatever. But I think that's as far as they're gonna go. I think they're like the next appearance we're gonna see is gonna be in the end credit scene. They're probably going to show Kang, and I think they're probably gonna show. Well, either Ant-Man or Doctor Who, because that's basically the next ones that are coming up, right? Like the big ones that they're setting this up for. So I don't know. I don't scratch that. I don't think they're gonna show Doctor Who, because if they didn't show him in WandaVision, they're probably not gonna show him in this one either. So then they're talking about her being a variant, blah blah blah. They're all variants. This chick wants revenge, blah blah blah. She'll be, yeah, so they're talking about Sylvie. She'll be searching for whoever created them. I mean, this chick is that dumb that she had to go and ask this girl like what her purpose would be now. Like, yeah, obviously she's gonna look for the people who created the robots. So then she's like, okay, well then Clocky, tell me everything that happened, who created this place and blah blah blah. And the Clocky was like, okay, I'll do your bidding because I can now. I don't know why. Then they go back to this place where they're chilling out. Oh, see, that's a cute shot of the alligator.
Oh, we love the alligator.
The best part of the show.
So cute. I said Doctor Who. I meant Doctor Strange. Thank you.
She has vacation brain. She's relaxed.
I do. No, it's because we were talking about Doctor Who earlier in the stream, and I got so many freaking doctors. Fatal, you have the link if you want to come hang out. Dang it. Doctor Strange. He was my favorite in this MCU, but no, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen to Doctor Strange.
How do they keep their clothes clean?
Good
Well,
question.
it's not that clean. Look at it. He's got dirt. Just dirt. Some dirt. Not a lot. Oh my god. And then there was this scene.
Yeah, let's not hang out by the fire where it's warm.
Oh, Lord. This is so bad.
They wanted to be alone. Script. Oh, look, she's smiling, you guys. Look at it. She's all like, she's
She loves her-
smiley and
She loves thinking about her brother.
she's like flirty and smiley, and she's like all into this Loki for some reason. And then he makes himself. This is I visibly got annoyed at this. Like when he conjured up this shitty blanket.
So
I know.
And he's like, I could conjure one up for you. And I was like, why couldn't you conjure like something up with like a fur lining and like, nice green and like a giant blanket that you can wrap around both of you. Like, even if you're gonna Mac, at least Mac right. Like, geez, like what is
And that's the thing
Darn
too.
right.
You're a prince. Why wouldn't you conjure something that looks regal?
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm talking about. It's just so weird to me.
What was interesting too was during this conversation, she basically mentioned that she'd never had any type of a relationship either.
That's
So
true.
that was interesting.
Yeah, she never had any friends or anything. Spike and Madness is reminding me that fur is murder. That's true. That's probably why they don't want to deal with it. Although that black guy did have fur on his outfit.
There's
We
lots
can
of
have
fake fur out there. It's a big
Yeah.
industry. Fake fur.
So then, oh yeah, you have no idea how uncomfortable something like this is. She's talking about her outfit. And I was like, A, bitch, you can change your outfit.
Yeah.
B,
Exactly.
At least you have one.
At
If a girl
least
I was
you
interested
have
in saying
one.
that, I could be like, take it off. Just
Thank you, Jayne. And oh my, script doctor. He's getting right down and dirty right there. Like, just take it off then, baby.
Hey, at least that perked up the show.
I know how you can get more comfortable. Take it off.
Darn right.
Wow. Okay. Jesse says Mobius could be a Loki under deep cover, or even the man behind the curtain, so to speak. He had a lot of a pull on the TBA with minimal pushback. He could argue around. Yeah, but they just left him before they went to the other dimension. So I don't know if he's gonna be anything more important than he already is, because the next episode seems like it's going to be heavily focused on these two and what they discover inside that dimension. And also, well, the other chick that's going to show up either in a time ship or through some sort of portal or whatever.
She don't need no man.
That's true. She doesn't. So then what happens here? Oh yeah, no, they're talking more about weird friendships and all that
But
shit.
I was thinking, if you like her then, and it's cold, and just assuming you guys actually get cold, why wouldn't you conjure her a blanket?
I was thinking that too, but then I was thinking to myself, at least he's trying to Mac, so he's done he's made a small blanket so he can wrap it around her and then they can share. Then I was like, why couldn't you make a bigger blanket though, so that it's like comfy? So like, you're like, it's not like, it's literally a curtain or something. It's like a freaking tablecloth.
Yeah.
At least it's green.
Does like a tablecloth.
Tablecloth or a cape. Something with wool in it,
Yes. So then he just kind of shares the blanket with magic, by the way. He doesn't like just throw it around her. He just like floats it around
Can't
her.
put his arm around her. That would be patriarchal.
Oh, shit. You're right. You're right, script. I didn't even think about that. Because that would be all like Me Too. Even though she's into it.
Oh, God.
I didn't think about it.
That is weird.
Sketch says, I think Mobius is secretly Owen Wilson. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
You might have something there, yeah.
Andy says Wilson wow, Loki.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Spike says, why not conjure a campfire and marshmallows then? That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
could. You
Yeah.
could.
If I had magic, I'd be doing all that stuff.
I know, right? Hey, Apex Comics is here. Hello. Of course she doesn't have any friends. Yeah. Because she's got a resting bitch face. Nobody wants to be her friend.
And if she's living in apocalypse, any friends she made would have been dead.
That's
true.
true.
Can you guys appreciate the fact that she's all like, I'm just the bestest woman ever and like whatever, and I'm just got a resting bitch face, except for when I'm around a man that likes me and then I'll be all smiles. Like, you know, the only time she's smiled during the show has been when she's like with him. So it's like, oh, okay. Every other time you're a bitch, but okay. So then,
does he ever put his arm around her? I don't think he does.
No, he doesn't, because that's me too, Jane. You can't do that anymore.
Weird.
Look, his arm's here. He doesn't
Yeah,
actually.
he can't do that until after they're married.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, and then they're talking more about nonsense. I don't really remember. Oh, there's those birds.
Oh,
I don't know what they are, but there's something.
This weird thing. I was like, what is that?
I forgot all about them.
Whoever created this was highly stoned. Like, I don't know I don't know what's going on, but whoever thought of this bird was like extremely high.
And probably eating a roast chicken with an orange.
I was gonna say, okay, there it is. I must have blocked this out. My gosh.
He claims that I'm sassy AF today. Is that true? I don't know.
Oh, no more than usual.
Yeah, I don't think so. Okay, so then they go to this weird hill where they look at the. Oh my god! Look at this scene. Wow. I mean, her face.
Her hair is terrible.
Her weird short hair. I mean, I would have liked longer hair, but I'm biased though. I'm biased when it comes to long hair. I really like long hair.
Cut. I mean, it's so weird.
Yeah, you can make that length work. It just they didn't.
Yeah, that's true.
I think that's a theme of this entire show. They could have made it work, but didn't.
It's a great definition for it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So then they're talking about how to get in here.
Oh my god,
well, that's a great shot.
Wow.
Screen cap that.
My god.
The faces.
This is just awful.
Oh, make it stop.
He's good. Look at his face. He's
I
pretty
love
good.
him.
There's concern there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and they're just like, looking at that what's it called?
Eliath?
The smoky monster. Yeah, thank you.
The lost monster.
And then they're just talking about like, what do we do? And then this dude is like, let's get out of here with this freaking whatever the hell that thing was called.
Oh, gator.
The MacGuffin situation.
The temp pad, yes.
Yeah.
Portal device.
And then the kid Loki gives him a dagger, and he's like, "You may need this." Like he gives him this thing, and I was like, "Couldn't he conjure up his own dagger?" Like I don't get it. Like I don't understand this.
He conjures up a means to carry it on his body.
Yeah,
like
he does. Like
Oh.
he conjures up like a little carrier thing, but he can't conjure up his own like dagger. It's like, okay, that's weird. Ray J's World says, I just hope episode 5 won't be a disappointment. This is episode 5.
And it was a disappointment.
And it was a disappointment. I think you mean episode 6.
Yeah, the finale. Oh my
the
gosh.
finale. Andy says OG Nina was replaced with a sassy Nina variant. Oh, that's funny. So then I forget what else Kid Loki did here. Did you there it is. His weird like sheath or whatever the
sheath would be a thing. Sheath, holster, whatever.
But it's still no costume. Still hanging out.
Yeah.
Still hanging out in this weird ass ugly TVA outfit. I would be like, I'm changing out of this immediately, but okay.
That would have been the perfect moment.
Yeah.
Transform
Oh,
into his
I'm going to
costume.
face a new badass monster. I got myself a new sword. How about I dress up like the Loki I really am and actually freaking represent? No.
No, I gotta stay looking like a postal worker.
I gotta stay looking like fucking Son of Sam. That's what's going on over here.
Oh my gosh, no. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Now I won't be able to unsee it.
Oh my god. That's a great shot though with the little hair here. He's cute.
Oh, he's adorable.
So is he. Oh,
yeah,
little
Florida
baby
gator.
Yeah, I'd take one as a pet and the other as a
Oh, another pet. Okay, so then they say goodbyes. They're like, bye. And then this is when they have that hug. What will you do at the TVA? I'm going to, tear it down from the inside. Oh, look, she's smiling again.
Hey.
She was smiling. Did you see that? There it is.
Yeah,
That's
smell
closest we'll
little
get.
smile.
mother.
Is that what? Oh no, this is before they hug. See you later, Loki. And then they hug. And then this is the line that I was like, F you. Because he's like, I like you better. Or like, you're my favorite. You're my favorite.
Ugh.
And I was like, seriously? And then she's like, yay. And she's got the biggest smile on her face then because
A little bit of
everybody
crazy
thinks-
eyes there.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Crazy ass bitch.
Because she's like, yeah, because I'm the bestest ever. That's why. Postal worker Loki. People like that. Ray J says, Kid Loki needs his own show with Gator Loki. I agree. And old Loki. But then old Loki's dead now, so never mind. Speaking of which, old Loki's death was really stupid. He didn't need to die. Yeah, but he didn't need to die. Literally, like the second after they conjured it. Like his sacrifice was like basically meaningless.
Why couldn't he have the portal behind him?
Why couldn't he just conjured up another duplicate to do all this?
And then
Yeah, good point.
There's that.
Oh my god. Wait, what happened to Kid Loki though? Because I don't remember
He
that.
and the gator went somewhere.
Yeah, they just literally like walk away and then like I was wondering, like I almost expected Kid Loki and Gator Loki to like come and help old Loki out, and so he doesn't die. But then that didn't happen either. They just kind of fucked off, and I was like, what? Okay, so this is the scene where they're getting ready to face off to the big bad monster thingy. And then so she's like, we need a distraction. And then so he starts running away and then like sets his sword on fire. Which was kind of lame. Like I was like, this is your distraction. You're just gonna like you're the goddess of or you're the god of mischief, and then you're gonna just be like, I have a flame sword, like hi, like like
Yeah,
what
may
the
as well
fuck
have been
was that?
May as well have been a flashlight.
Yeah.
Like when old Loki started doing his thing, I was like, see, now that's a distraction. Like, that's something. He's got like a freaking flame sword. He's literally flaming. Like I was like, dude, okay. That's
repeating
uncool.
what Sam Neill did in Jurassic Park, just
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. That's true. So then he did that. The smoky monster barely fell for it. And then meanwhile, she's being the bestest ever. And she's like, trying to enchant it.
Barely
that thing doesn't work.
For it. He probably barely saw him.
Yeah,
it was
because
nothing.
It's like a flame on a tiny sword. It's not even a big sword. It was like a dagger. So then she's about to die because the stupid distraction didn't work. And then, of course, old Loki actually starts doing some shit.
Manifest Asgard, yeah.
Yeah, manifest Asgard. I mean, that was pretty wicked. I really liked this scene. I thought this was really cool, really well done. Really kind of like a really nice homage to Loki as a character and the amount of power he actually has and why they're scared of him. Yeah, it's kind of like really shown here in this character and this what he does here. I thought that this was a very cool scene. Wait, what? This is Game of Thrones? Oh no. The
Look at
flame
Nikki.
sword is from the Game of
Oh yeah, from
Yeah.
the
George.
infamous episode 3 of season 8.
I'll just put it this way: George R.R. Martin did not invent the flame sword, so
That's true.
No.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, it's been, in every fantasy genre, video game, and everything for the last God knows how long.
books and legends, a sword
Yeah.
of fire. Yeah.
Sort of fire.
McQueen.
Sylvie's McQueen. I like that.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
I don't want it. I don't want it.
Go away. I just want to screw my aunt.
Oh my god. Hey, dude, this is where this is heading, okay? They're screwing themselves. They're like, let me just F myself.
Yeah, it gives a whole new meaning to that, doesn't it?
There's a lot of
Oh.
common themes going on here.
These people are sick.
It's just insane. But this scene was cool. I like the scene. He actually does some shit that's worth talking about. This whole scene was cool. Well, and it was like action filled, so you're like, oh, like things are happening. He's not just talking about conjuring like Asgard. He's actually conjuring Asgard.
And he's doing a
You're
lot of
right.
hip flexors too while he's doing this.
A lot of facial features. I mean, can you imagine when this guy's actually doing it like in the green screen? Like that's kind of funny. Like look at
it's
this.
probably stagecraft. So a lot of that stuff's actually on screen behind him. It's all the glowy stuff on his hands, and that nobody sees.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Jesse says in the myths, Loki birthed a few things. Oh my.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So did Odin.
Well, yeah,
Apparently, like Loki was a female variant at one point and then got pregnant. I've heard of that too.
There's some things that kind of overlap a little bit with like old Greek myths as well. With certain, like Zeus turns himself into a swan and then nails a chick as a swan type of stuff. Loki does something similar to it.
That's how Andromeda was born or whatever, right? The
One of them, I think. Yeah.
Swan. Yeah. Okay. Then she's like, you need to help me enchant this thing because you're a Loki too, and we can do it together. And he's like, well, I can't do it. And she's like, yes, you can, because I can, and I'm a Loki, and you are too. And so they decide to do it, and then they do. And somehow he can actually enchant. So there he is.
She trained him.
She trained him.
Guardians of the friggin' galaxy.
Oh yeah, this is kind of similar to that, isn't it? A little bit. When they were holding hands in the first one, is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, and they're like, we're powerful together.
I did really like that scene in the Guardians of the Galaxy, though.
It was. Oh, that was badass. Yeah, this is just stupid. I want them all to die.
In the Guardians of the Galaxy, like I actually had like tears in my eyes when he was like reaching for the other guy, like as he was about to die.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
But that wasn't even, I mean, it wasn't even that similar here in the sense that she wasn't saying, let's combine our powers. It's in the midst of it. She had to teach him that he had these powers. And that's the problem. They just could not let them be equals, even in this moment where they are or need to be.
Good point.
Shadow Warchild says, very good point, Jane. Shadow Warchild says, in Norse mythology, Loki appeared as a mare and gave birth to Hel. Oh, ew.
Yes. I remember reading that.
Spike also says, in the myth, Loki transformed into a female horse and was chased off by the male horse. 9 months later, Loki returns to Asgard with a newborn 8-legged Sleipnir. Sleipnir. Yeah. Don't ask any questions. Was that like I do have a question. Is that kind of like a centaur then? Is that what a centaur is? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Where's Steve when you need him?
It's kind of like a horse spider thing.
Oh, so it's not like
got
half
the head
man.
of a horse and it's got 8 legs.
Oh God! So it's not half man, half horse. That's
no.
It's more like half horse, half spider.
Oh God, that's even worse.
Yeah, they were on some serious drugs.
That's messed up.
Well, I mean, that's what survived. Remember, a lot of the Norse culture did not write stuff down.
Yeah.
Most of it's recounting from other
it
people.
was stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was stories.
It was all
passed down.
oral.
That's what she
And it
said.
wasn't done through song. It was just done like regular stories.
Yeah. Well,
well, he did his job. He did his duty as a Loki and went crazy, and then
God,
was
for no
eaten.
reason.
It's the glorious
that's no
purpose.
reason.
The glorious purpose motivation, which is like to do something to help or do something to have notion. It's all gobbledygook. They haven't figured it out what it is. They try to give it meaning, and
Well, it
it's
was
just
really
empty
dumb
words.
because literally like 2 seconds after they had figured it out, so he didn't really need to sacrifice himself.
Yeah, if he just started to run away, they still would have figured it out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He could have started a monologue and he would have lived.
Exactly. And then of course they show them being wide-eyed because they're like, oh my god, we opened the portal, let's go. And then of course they're like walking in hand, very like this is definitely an homage to A Wizard of Oz with the the curtain with the green and all that good
Emerald
stuff.
City, heading to
Emerald City.
Yep.
They're walking in hand in hand. So yeah, and that's it. That was the episode, and there was no end scene.
No credit, no end credit.
That was it. So I mean, I know in the other episodes that we've seen for the coming up episode, I've seen a sneak peek. I know there's a Loki on the throne. At least there's a scene of that. I know that there's a scene of this place with the cracked door and everything's kind of like cracked inside and everything like that. And somehow Lady Loki does some sort of flips and stuff inside the building. So something will attack them at some point. But that is pretty much where we're at. I still think that the big bad is going to be Loki himself. Who do you guys think they're going to meet, Jayne?
I'm getting closer and closer to believing with great certainty that they're all Lokis and that this entire thing is an illusion of some kind.
No offense taken, Shane. So you think they're all Lokis?
Yeah, that's where I am at this point.
Okay. Sketch Therapy says Lady Thor.
Oh dear.
Okay.
No.
That's happening soon though. She's got her own movie, you guys.
Love and Thunder.
She don't need to tread on this series. She got her own movie. Padme Thor. Sketch Therapy. That's true.
Thor, maybe.
Apex Comics says Enchantress. Yeah, you guys in the chat, please let us know who you think the big bad is going to be at the end of this. Script, who do you think it's going to be?
I don't know or care at this point. It's going to be. It could be a Loki variant. Heck, it could be a Morbius variant, as far as we know.
Ooh, I just thought of another theory, you guys. This is totally random, but you guys want to hear it?
Yeah,
sure.
This Loki and Sylvie Loki did it and had a kid, and that's the variant.
Oh no!
Well, that would be one. Yeah, like that's a teaser. Like both Loki and Sylvie walk in, and then the other Loki goes, "Hi, Mom and Dad."
Yeah.
Then that's your credits. Could be.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Mom and Dad, like their mom and dad, and it's gonna be like their kid.
And then they're gonna say, "Well, the only way we have to defeat you is to never make you."
Oh God!
Yeah, all they have to do is not bang.
Oh.
And then the son's like, just try it. It's too hard. Look at each other's eyes. You just wanna. All sorts of crazy.
God.
No.
It's gonna be their spawn. That's my second theory. It's either gonna be Loki or it's gonna be their spawn. Miss Martin Muses. What do you think?
If it's a kid, do you think it's a boy or a girl?
It's gonna be a girl, of course.
Girl.
It's gonna be a girl. It's all girls.
Oh, it's not. It's probably gonna be a girl.
Yeah.
Hey, Stieg is here. What's going on, Stieg?
Hey, Stieg.
Hey, you missed it. We were talking about eight-legged Lokis giving birth to horses and mares and all sorts of weird crap. And frankly, that sounds a lot better than this damn show.
Andy says Mobius is Kang. King Loki is just a distraction. Okay.
Could be.
It's very true. Could be a distraction.
Owen Wilson turns into a black guy playing Kang. Yeah.
Hey, stranger
Could
things have
happen.
happened.
Yeah,
Stranger
absolutely
things have
could happen.
happened.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to think that maybe the Loki thing might be a distraction because they've shown it so much now, but at the same time, I don't know. I don't think they're clever enough to think of anything better than what we've come out with. Which is like what, Kang? Like, okay, I don't think they're gonna show Kang though. I just don't see it. Unless it's gonna be like Lady Kang, which is gonna be like that. What's it called? That other lady showing up with the time
Renova?
ship. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, no.
The one with the computer. And then of course there's the AI. Maybe the AI was in control the whole time.
Miss Minutes is the evil one.
Miss Minutes. Miss Minutes.
Hey, I want to take that damn clock and smash it to a million pieces. I hate it.
I'm surprised they're not selling it as a toy already.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
It's never
Yeah,
trended on
yeah.
Twitter, so.
Yeah. You know what? I finally figured out what that fecker reminds me of. It's like those M&Ms with the arms and legs.
The anthropomorphic
Oh my god,
M&Ms,
yeah. It does kind of look like that. Other people have pointed out that it looks like one of those Fallout characters, which it kind of does too.
Oh.
Grumpy Old Ninja says, or like with the other shows, we came up with better ideas, and the end will be super bland. Sylvie becomes king of all Lokis. Or king of the Lokis.
Yeah.
I could see that.
The bestest ever.
Resting bitch faced Loki. Nikki D says, whatever the reveal is, it'll probably be disappointing. They'll leave it open for the second season. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's also true. Sketch Therapy says, I love Marvel, at least I used to, but I don't remember many other time Valiant. It's usually Kang.
Yeah,
okay.
Kang is the main time villain. Yeah.
Okay, well, I guess most people think it might be Kang. I'm still kind of thinking that it's going to be Loki, but
I don't know. Like, if Kang's at the end of this, that'd be interesting. But Kang is usually a guy that he's trying to correct and save his own time. He doesn't really control all of time. That's different. So, I don't know.
Who knows what they're going to pull out of their butts?
Yeah.
If they introduce him in the form of a variant, though, that variant could have a very different purpose.
That's also true. One thing that we can probably bet safely on is that whatever happens at the end of this, it will cause a multiverse to lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Which I'm guessing, what it means is that they're going to get rid of the sacred timeline. They're going to break it
somehow. Yeah.
And then once they do that, in combination with what WandaVision showed us, with her hearing people screaming, in their final scenes and everything like that, it kind of leads up to that whole Doctor Strange thing. Doctor Strange is coming out that the second one's coming out before Ant-Man, though, right?
Yes,
I think so. I think Doctor Strange is first.
Yeah. So then, I think it'll be because they're saying the Kang one is going to be leaning into Ant-Man. So I don't know if Kang is going to be in both. Like, I don't know if they're going to make him a villain for both movies.
Well, Ant-Man is 2023 schedule pending, and Doctor Strange I think is 2022 or this year. No, it's 2022. So yeah, it'll be.
So it's before.
Yeah.
So I think that that's going to be interesting to see if they're going to kind of share villain. I don't think that would be the case. I think they would probably only have one each. I don't know.
I suspect that the Multiverse of Madness is what leads to Kang becoming a villain and doing some stuff, maybe.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Because in his timeline, if it's broken and he loses his wife, because his whole motivation is to save his wife and maintain his rule over Earth. So.
Steek said the only reason why they made this show is to make Loki LGBTQ. I don't know if that's true. that's not the only reason they made the show, but I think that it helped.
I mean, it's the closest they got is that they say is sex is fluid.
Yeah.
And
Well,
he's kind of in love with a woman that's also himself.
That's
so
himself.
Well, he had that dialogue with her where he was like maybe a prince or princess in his past, and I think it's the same for you too.
Well, maybe that horse he did when he was when as a female was a prince of horses.
Oh,
my
God.
gosh.
Ray J's World says it might be connected to the Eternals. That's also true because that's another movie that's
oh gosh, yes,
to do with time and space and weird shit. And there's supposed to be AI. So if Miss Clock is
Miss Clock,
Missy Clock variant situation, if she's I don't know, if she's got anything to do with it, maybe she might be connected to the Eternals somehow. I don't know, because she's AI too, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out at this point. Let's see here. I think we had, Nikki D for $5. Thank you so much. Says, think Tom Hiddleston will be in the second season, or will Sylvie take over as the one and only Loki moving forward? I personally think that Tom Hiddleston will be involved as long as they pay him, because Tom Hiddleston will do anything for money. Like true. Chinese commercials, as we saw earlier.
Hey, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't think they necessarily want him. I don't think that Stig was wrong, but I think that the second thing they wanted to do was to replace Loki. And this show accomplishes that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, Tom Hiddleston's getting expensive, so a new actor keeps the budget low. And they're already high budgets.
Precisely. Yeah. That's why they want to get rid of Scarlett Johansson, too.
But you guys don't think that he'll take a pay cut to just, like, be there as Loki?
No.
Depends on how much he loves the role, and I don't know if that's really the case. I know he's popular because of the role.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, that's the same reason why Natalie Portman was popular, because of Star Wars. But she just tried to distance herself as much as she could once that trilogy was done.
That's true.
Her career kind of, she did some pretty notable films, but she never had the popularity or the constant discussion about her since. Until she kind of like popped up in those two Thor films. Then she wanted to distance herself that again, and then realized, oh yeah, people aren't talking about me anymore. Maybe I should actually say okay to another Thor Marvel film.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and not only that, when you're an actor of Hiddleston's caliber, sometimes you can't work for less money. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you're worth a certain amount of money, and he would have to really love Loki, as we were saying. And I don't think
he loves it that much anymore.
Yeah, I mean, he's not like J.K. Simmons, who's actually like voiced the character on cartoons because he liked J. Jonah.
Yeah,
I mean, Tom Hiddleston can be whatever the frack he wants. He's been Henry V for feck's sake.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But they also may simply not want him. They're moving toward female leads, female versions of these characters.
I agree with you, Jane.
He's part of the past.
Chicks. They want it to be a chick fight. But I think Steve is correct that the writer actually said something to the effect on a tweet that getting to make Loki bi was like a pinnacle of what she wanted.
Yeah.
The director. My fault. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, sadly, Disney's formula of taking green directors just because they'll do the job as ordered is not really servicing the studio so well. I mean, they're able to maintain their numbers, but that's basically brand recognition. And if you take a look at any sports companies like Nike, Reebok, and Adidas, like the quality's not always there, but they still make lots of money because people are loyal to the brand. And that's what Marvel was hoping to achieve. And so far that's going to be true until people start holding standards that they otherwise should have. If you're going to spend $200 million on a movie, everybody must agree, yeah, that cost $200 million and deserves every penny back. But we haven't been seeing that for quite some time.
E. Clay sends us a thumbs up doggy sticker saying good job. Thank you so much, E. Clay, for that $5 super sticker. And thank you everybody today for being in the chat, hanging out, just, sharing your theories, which are probably way better than what we're going to get for the ending. And you guys are all awesome. So thank you guys all so very much. Here is a thank you clip of Tom Hiddleston for you as Owen Wilson, for just to thank you guys all.
I was thinking that I'd really like to hear what Owen Wilson would be like if he was Loki. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I had to do it.
Owen Wilson as Loki. Hang on. I can, and I will. No, is not this simpler? Like, is this not your natural state? It's the unspoken truth of humanity that you crave in subjugation. So,
Thank you.
my pleasure. For God's sake, just like kneel. I'm Loki of Asgard. I'm burdened with glorious purpose. That's all. Like it's.
That was such a great video. So again, thank you everyone for showing up. I was gonna ask again what next week theories are, but we've already kind of went over that. So let's do our outros. Jayne, tell everybody where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube, where I post movie and television reviews and occasionally some pop culture commentary. You can also find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at Jayne Theory.
Yes, the links of all these wonderful people is in the description, so make sure you are subscribed. Script Doctor, tell everybody where they can find you.
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at ScriptDoctorPhD. You can also find me here next week to discuss the last episode of Loki. And
yes,
yeah, and as well as some of my reviews and analyses of film and television over on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/ScriptDoctor.
Perfect. And then Teresa.
Well, you can find me here on YouTube, where I talk about what makes me laugh, makes me cry, makes me happy, makes me sad, or just really ticks me off. Twitter, Teresa2_Barton. And I'm going to be on the Song of Ice and Fire tomorrow, if it's going to happen. I think it is. And most importantly, it's Babylon 5 time on Open Airlock. We're finally going to be discussing season 3 of Babylon 5 with Matt Wilkins.
Ooh, I love Babylon 5. That'll be fun. Actually, I think Open Airlock is live right now.
Yeah, let's go.
Doing a stream called Off the Tracks Picard Season 1 Scene by Scene Breakdown. I would say go rate him, but honestly, I'm not into Picard, and I don't suggest anyone watch Picard or even talk about it, because I think
if they're doing a scene by scene breakdown, that's going to take 100 and some odd hours.
It's more painful than Loki. Trust me.
I mean, if you're into that, go check him out. He's a great guy, and I love him. But damn, that is definitely not what I'm into. So I won't be watching that stream. But definitely go give him some love if you're into it. I will share his link in the chat just so you guys know where he's at. He's an awesome guy. His name is Tim, Open Airlock Policy. And he hangs out with Teresa a lot. So there's Tim. I'm just going to put Tim with the link.
Yeah, you don't even have to like Picard or anything. Just go in and hang out with all the gang. They're fun people.
There you go. I
haven't seen an episode of Picard. Hell, I haven't even seen a scene from Picard.
I've only seen whatever was posted on Twitter, and I was not impressed, and therefore I will never be watching that.
I'd rather.
But yeah, if you do say Nina sent you, and hashtag Infinity Stream, Nina Infinity Stream or something, whatever you guys want. But yeah, there you go. Andy says I watch Picard for the laughs. There you go.
Oh dear.
That is totally not what it's supposed to be like, but okay. But everybody, I love you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, and we will see you next week for the season finale of Loki. Yeah, we'll have some fun. Well, let's see whose theories was correct. Yay! Probably Loki variant baby, whatever.
I want the alligator to be behind it all.
There
Oh
we
my
go.
God, that would
We
be
can actually
amazing.
talk. Yeah.
That would actually be kind of cool, like
Yeah, yeah.
talking alligator Loki variant. Okay. Well, anyways, have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Good night.
Good night.
Yeah.
It's time for a change. A new plan needs a new boss. It's time for something more surprising, more British, more Jaguar.
We've already created a beast. Now it's time for a new animal. With the same potent DNA, but even more ruthlessly efficient.
Unleash the cat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Right away.
Go on, my pretty ones, go on. Go on. Go forth and rule the roads! Oh yes, it is good to be bad.